Hi Taurus, Happy New Year's. This is Luciani Porte. I'm here to give you your monthly reading. Thank you so much for coming to this channel. Just a quick note on astrology. Um, we are in the new moon phase. The new moon was still in effect. It was in Capricorn, partial solar eclipse, karmic endings, karmic new beginnings, a lot of things that are out of our control because of that solar eclipse between Pluto and Saturn, which is also in the sign of Capricorn, the Mercury entering Capricorn, um, Sun is in Capricorn. So there's a lot of self-mastery that's going on here. A lot of karmic situations that, we don't have any control of. This is the energy where you gotta just get your shit together. You don't have a choice, you know. So let's get into your tarot. That's astrology. Let's get into tarot. Right. So yeah, you guys are definitely coming into this resting stage because of some sort of decrease that could have happened in money. So let's get into it. Let's see if that message comes back out. So, Spirit Guides, what are your messages for my Tauruses for January 2019? What are the messages for Taurus for January 2019? So you have this Queen of Cups energy that flew out. So some of you guys are definitely coming into that intuition. Um, you're having some sort of victory in relation to that, something that you're really connecting to. You want your cup filled with love and just sensitivity, empathy. Um, with this Devil card here, you definitely either some of you guys are feeling bound to something. There's some sort of material boundness that is occurring that you feel like you have to try to get out of, and you're realizing that because all you want is victories, and they are here for you, but at the same time you're in this realization of this. You might be talking to a really powerful energy with this high priestess in reverse. There's some sort of up in the air situation that you're feeling. It's like, oh, do I go here? Do I go there? There's a decision that's perhaps not being made. With the Justice card in the reverse, there is definitely some kind of injustice that you're feeling that is going on here. Wow, look at all these major arcana and court cards. This is a powerful energy. And Spirit Advice is saying, yes, you are loved. There's fertility. There's newness here. There's an abundance here, fertility here, fertility of ideas, fertility of new actual births, and just abundance here. But that came out again. So that 10 of, yep, so you're recalling on some sort of loss of inheritance, some sort of loss of money, some sort of decrease. And now it's time to rest because you really have to figure out like a decision that has to be made to bring you victory, and you're feeling some sort of boundness to it. Some of you guys want to leave a job because you're up in the air, and you're using your intuition because there's a lot of unfairness there, a lot of unjust things that are occurring at that position. Um, for some of you guys, this could possibly be there's some sort of severity. Somebody's extremely serious, or somebody's very biased and complicated, and it just leaves you in this like really up in the air state with your feelings. You're feeling like, oh my God, like, uh, it's kind of like, oh my God, like what do I do? Or you're accepting surface knowledge about the situation. And with this Empress card here, it's kind of like there is this marriage that's occurring here that could possibly bring in some level of victory, but at the same time, you're reflecting that some kind of material loss, some kind of like losing everything that you've had or a risk of losing everything that you've had. You feel like you can't really leave this job because you might be at some sort of financial loss and you're up in the air about it because there's a lot of confusions and injustices that are going on here. So you really got to tap into your energy. You're feeling bound to this job. You feel bound to this job. There's some sort of level of how do I get out type of energy here. Um, you feel like somebody has some sort of dominion over you, or like I said, there's some sort of bondage to some sort of material, meaning you might have some sort of bondage to your job. And with the 10 of wands here, it's a great burden. It is a big burden. It is a big burden for you because of this surface level energy that you are seeing. For some of you guys, it's kind of like you're not making this decision. um, you're feeling like this job is a heavy burden, and now it's like using your intuition. So there's some newness can come in. This fertility can be born. Um, Also, with that Four of Wands here, there is some sort of harmony and prosperity and peace that's here. Some sort of safe haven that does come along the way. Um, but at the same time, you realize it. You got to use your determination. You got to use your will to definitely ascertain that. Okay, it's very important for you to realize what kind of determination and will that you need for this type of energy. Um, yeah, you're looking for some sort of sound judgment, some kind of fairness, understanding. You know, with the Four of Swords here, as I mentioned, there's some sort of rest that needs to be had because you're like thinking a lot on this decision that has to be made, I will believe. And it's like you're still like surface level, like you're not really getting deep into the actual nitty gritty of what needs to happen. But you're definitely reflecting on something. You're definitely reflecting on the loss that could possibly occur if you unbound yourself to this material or something like that. Um, some of you guys might even feel bound to a relationship. I see a lot of feminine energy here, so there's this divine, beautiful energy, but at the same time, you're like up in the air with what it is. But let's clarify. I'm seeing so far a job that y'all want to leave because all of this unfairness, and it's a big old burden on you that you might have so much to do, and you might feel very bound to it physically on the mental realm because you don't want to be at a financial loss. And it seems like you have to use your intuition to birth newness, birth new fertility, birth new contracts. And you might have to rest. You really might have to sit on it and rest and let your mind just wander. So sometimes when we just relax and not think too much on it, go enjoy our lives. In the meantime, whatever, find some of our passions, doing something that we really love to do. Sometimes those ideas come out of nowhere, just so organically with a decision that we know we have to make. So let's clarify. All right, so you had a temperance card here. So there's some sort of collaboration or harmony that has to happen in some sort of love relationship for some of you guys. For others of you, you're tapping into this energy. All right, so one in reverse. So that, let me just pull them all out. Yep, you gotta rest. Okay. Okay, so with this temperance here that classify that clarifies this Queen of Cups energy is kind of like um it's like you really, really want some sort of working in harmony. It's something that you're striving for. It's what you always look back on, like your actual personal mission statement. I want to harmonize with love and imagination and dreams. You know what I mean? Some of you guys, you're in a very, very happy relationship, a happy marriage, um, with a beautiful, beautiful, harmonious and coordination. Others of you, this is what you want so bad. This is what you always, this is your always your point of reference in your life. Like, how can I have a more loving and coordinating and imaginative and poetic happy marriage? This could possibly be some sort of marriage that you're yearning for this type of connection. Um, Others of you, this is definitely you are in a beautiful relationship. So, I mean, it goes for either or. With a Goon in reverse, which is the chariot in traditional tarot, with this Four of Wands, yeah, there's this success, but at the same time, it's kind of, mm, it's kind of like there's some sort of collapse. There's some sort of unethical victory for this like happiness or success that happened, some sort of victory that was very unethical. Somebody did some their deep down stuff don't nobody know about to get this victory. For others of you, this is some sort of collapse of a project that was very successful. And with this Three of Earth in the reverse with the Devil card, you could be talking to you'd be talking to an Earth sign, Capricorn, I'm sorry, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, or you could just be talking to a Capricorn with that double energy here, a Sagittarius or a water sign. Um, but for the most part, there's definitely a lack of coordination in your job or in a relationship. Somebody is petty as hell. They weak. They do weird shit. They're mediocre, and you're feeling bounded to it. You're feeling like, oh my god, you're mediocre. The reality is that whatever this is, they're kind of like hitting mediocrity levels because of their pettiness and weakness, and you're feeling extremely bound to it. It's like, how do I get out? Look, with the Two of Fire, you're trying to make a decision on something with the Two of Fire and the High Priestess, which is governed by the two in this particular deck. Because with the with the Two of Wands there's some sort of, you want dominion over this up in the air choice you have to make. Um, yeah, you guys got to go a little bit deeper so that you can see something for what it really is, because you're only seeing it from like a surface level of understanding. Because there's certain projects that are being collapsed. There are, with the Four of Air, You gotta, and I think you're gonna start realizing that you gotta take a rest from somebody or someone, whether it's a job, relationship, whatever. It's like you have to get away for a while and just kind of chill because you're feeling eaten alive. And with this heavy double energy here in the present, somebody might be eating you alive. And they is just so petty. It just seems like a very, very petty, weak energy. And you just feel like I need to at least, I need the determination and will to just at least rest from this from a while because my project is being collapsed and there's a lot of different, since all of this mediocrity is occurring, it's kind of like coming into my, like, some of you might even be feeling like vengeful. Somebody's vengeful. Somebody could even be possibly cheating with their decadent desires. Um, but for the most part, there's some sort of like unhealthy energy that's like causing this. And you really just want kindness, coordination, harmony, love, just this happy family, this happy marriage. Um, with the Six of Fire in the reverse, with injustice card, with the Six of which is the Six of Wands in traditional tarot, um, there's some sort of fear against this biased person. Some of you guys might even fear what they could possibly do because they're so serious. You might even fear, Lord, who y'all dealing with? Drop a comment. Who's this about? Is this a job, family, relationship, a marriage? Drop a comment and let me know because somebody is so serious and it's like it's not even that deep type of thing. And you have the Tower card with the Empress, okay, in your spirit advice. It's kind of like you are confused. It's a very confusing energy. It's a very heartbreaking energy. It's a very, my world is about to turn upside down. For others of you, this is a gorgeous energy. You literally might have to disrupt something so big. It might be some sort of selfish ambition that you have that causes this new fertility in your life. You might even just say, fuck it all. I'm leaving all behind, whether it's a marriage, whether it's a job, whether it's a family member, a project that's collapsing, whatever. You just literally just might be saying, like, fuck it. Or spiritual advice might be telling you to just, like, really start over. You need a dramatic start over, a complete makeover for this beautiful, beautiful Empress energy to come in for all of these different births of new ideas and fertility and love and abundance and just what? Okay? Because what you're recalling is this Nine of Fire energy with this Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. And it's interesting that it's in the reverse because I know Tauruses are go-getters. They stay with money. I mean, I'm a Capricorn, I know. So you gotta kind of prepare yourself. There's some sort of preparedness over some sort of loss that you're feeling like can occur because your intuition is right. You might be going into that intuitive state and seeing this foresee situation because of somebody's pettiness and seriousness that's causing delays and collapse and breakups and stuff and disharmonious, and you're feeling bounded to this petty energy. You need to rest because you really do feel like you're at a loss here. You really do feel like you're at some sort of like financial loss here because of their mediocrities. And with the Yemiya, which is yet again the Empress in this deck and traditional deck, is that this burden, if you leave it behind, you will be able to find new abundance that comes your way. Others of you, this might be a new relationship if you just leave your burden behind. If somebody's being petty and serious and they're leaving you also at a financial disarray to some advantage. You feel all of these justices and injustices and biases. It just seems like the spirit advice is saying you might have to just literally turn your world upside down for this new to come in. That's amazing for you. And it also seems like you have to rest. You really do have to rest because this decision is up in the air for you. Because you really do want harmony and material increase, and you might look at it on a surface level of what this truly is. For some of you guys, you are up in the air about it, but at the same time, you're reflecting that I have to fight. I have to fight out of this loss I'm in. Whether it's tearing the family apart, whether money has been lost, you realize that you have to honestly take a rest and break because you're feeling very beat up mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically for some of y'all. So let me just pull out a 3-card advice. Some additional advice for y'all. Okay, so we have the 4 of Wands. Yes, there's a victory here. There's a victory here, but with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, it stopped short. There's some sort of like, oh, I have this, but then just it stops short. There's some sort of news that come in that just takes away your victory. Others of you, there's some sort of dissipation. And with the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse, you could be talking to a Virgo or another earth sign energy, Capricorn or Taurus, but there's a loss of a home, somebody separate, you're leaving somebody behind, you know it's going to cause like some sort of dissipation. Yep, this, you get a victory if you leave somebody, it seemed like you get this victory if you literally leave your life behind. Whether you determine your life to be your job, whether your life determines to be your family, breaking your family apart, or this is family oriented. You get somehow, yeah, this Tower energy is here. So it's wow, Taurus. Because there is just a lot of pettiness that goes on and weakness that goes on that you're bound to them. And you really do have to go in rest mode because this is too much. So that's y'all reading. It seems like you're going to have to turn your world upside down for new to come in. You got to turn your world upside down for you to win. For you to get this happiness and intuition and happy love and home and things that you really do want. All right, so I'll talk to y'all next week. Bye.